After flying complex airliners for our last couple flights, it's time to go old school and fly a Piper Cherokee VFR using eyeballs, roads, and landmarks to get us to where we're going. Should be fun. Let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. If you've ever flown on Pilot Edge, you know L52 Oceano, and it's finally available for Microsoft Flight Simulator as freeware. I'll put the link so that you too can enjoy this. Awesome job by the scenery developer. Today we're flying with the Piper Cherokee livery. This is available on flightsim.to. Check the video details for the links so that you too can enjoy it. We're also using a custom interior, which is the beige clean interior, also from flightsim.to. So even though this is just flight's Piper Arrow 3, we'll be calling it a Piper Cherokee for this flight. As we get everything all started up here, I'll walk you through the pilot's brief. So we are departing from Lima 52 Oceano. We have a 68 nautical mile flight to Sierra Bravo Alpha, Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is a Class Charlie airport. It's also payware by Orbx, so you can check my video details for the link. To get to Santa Barbara, we're going to follow a road. So US 101 South heads past Oceano down to Santa Barbara. So as long as we can spot it from the air, we've got a great visual indicator to get us to where we're going. That will take us over Santa Maria. Santa Maria is a Class Delta airport. However, if you look at the sectional, you can see the airspace ends at 2,800. We'll be flying at 5,000 to 500 for this flight, so not a problem. We'll just be flying over their airspace and we don't need to talk to them. As we head south, there's restricted space to avoid. That's attached to Vandenberg Space Force Base, which, that's right, we have a Space Force now. Also attached is a special military activity area that's in gray here. And although we can fly through it, we'll contact approach just to make sure that there's nothing going on. And finally, Santa Barbara is a Class Charlie, so we'll need to contact ATC to request a landing. We'll contact approach, they'll hand us off to tower, and then we'll land. We'll be using the Google Maps replacement plugin for this. That swaps out the Bing Maps with Google Maps. There's a performance hit for that, but it shouldn't be too bad since we are near the coast and I generally get good FPS when I'm near the water. You can be the judge if you think it looks better or the same. I find that when you get outside of photogrammetry areas, the color correction for Bing Maps sometimes gets really green, and I think that Google Maps helps a lot with that, so it kind of evens everything out, and I expect to see much more even brown and a bit of green tone for this flight. One of the cool things about running with live weather and using liveatc.net is you can listen to the real ATIS from the airport.
San Luis Airport information, X-ray 1956, Zulu weather. Wind at 320 at 12, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 23, dew point 6, altimeter 3015. Visual approach in use, landing runway 29. Advise on initial contact. You have X-ray.
He sounded really excited about giving that ATIS. So we'll get everything dialed in here. There's no GPS for this flight. Technically there is a GPS on board, which is the Garmin 100. We won't be using it. We'll be using eyeballs and radios for this. There's our altimeter, so we can get that dialed in now.
Advise on initial contact. You have X-ray.
Oceano traffic, Cherokee 4112 Juliet, taxi runway 29er, Oceano. Clear left. Clear ahead, clear right. There's our buddy Floyd flying with us. And let's get going. So this looks fantastic. This is freeware. Awesome, awesome job by the scenery developer. When you join Pilot Edge, you're free to do whatever you want, but they do have a CAT rating program, so it's kind of like tests you can qualify for, and the very first thing that you do in that program is the CAT 1. For the CAT 1, you take off from Oceano and you fly to Nukiyama. 1 second. Oceano traffic, Cherokee 12 Juliet, cross runway 29er for taxi, Oceano. we're going to need to cross the runway here and taxi all the way to the other end. We'll be taking off to the west and flying over the water before entering the pattern for a left downwind departure.
Santa Maria Tower, citation.
Got our windsock there, winds at our tail, which is good because we're taxiing to the end of the runway. Oceano traffic, Cherokee 12 Juliet, departing runway 29er, left downwind departure, climbing 5,500, Oceano. Okay, point of order. Per the AIM, the only recommended departures from an untowered airport are straight out or at a 45-degree angle. So typically you'll see me go straight out, climb to 500 above pattern altitude, and then start my maneuvering. However, if you watch YouTube videos for real-life pilots, you'll see them departing from all legs of the pattern, and in this case, a left downwind departure makes things easy, so that's what I'm going to do. A little bit of wind blowing us around here. Let's get back on centerline. And rotate. Clear of the trees, positive rate, gear up. Nice view of the beach, we'll bring up our flaps. Alright, we're going to fly the pattern. So we'll turn crosswind here. Get the airport at a 45 degree off our left shoulder, turn downwind. And the end of the wingtip here should just touch the runway. I was a little bit close for that one. Oceano traffic, Cherokee 12 Juliet, departing the pattern from the left downwind for runway 29er. Final call, Oceano. Alright, we're looking good. Let's sit back and enjoy that awesome flight simulator scenery. Alright, it was awesome to get back to fundamentals and fly the Cherokee VFR using just eyeballs and roads to get us to where we wanted to go. I loved listening to live ATC and switching up the frequencies based on what we'd be listening to in real life. It adds a lot of flavor and immersion to the simulation. So, if you enjoy content like this, be sure to click that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, as always, for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.